Hello friends, and welcome to Yoga for Kids and Moms with Aubrey and Natalie. So today's practice is really focused on bringing kids and their moms together to spend some quality time after a long week at school and at work. So all you'll need is yourself and your mat, and let's begin. Let's start today's practice in the back of our mat, seated in hero pose, seated on our shins, seated nice and tall. Close your eyes and take a few moments to dedicate this practice to yourself, to your family, to your friends. Taking a few moments to breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And on your next inhale, raise your arms up, nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Another inhale, open up towards the universe. Exhale, hands to heart. And let's take our seated hero twist, placing your right hand on your left knee, left hand behind you, looking straight back behind you. Feeling that deep twist on the side, left of your body. Good. Inhale, come back to center. And let's take it to the other side. Left hand on your right knee, right hand behind you on your fingertips, looking straight back behind you. Take a breath. Good. Come back to center. And let's do a seated cat and cow. So inhale, open up the heart. Exhale, tuck the spine in. Inhale into cow. Exhale, arch the back into cat. A few more times. Open up the heart. Tuck the spine in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come into neutral spine, sitting up nice and tall. And we'll come into child's pose. Take your hips as wide as the mat. So you're opening up your hips, resting on your forehead, reaching your fingers to the front of the mat as possible, lengthening your spine, your back nice and long. Take a breath in and out. And let's take your hands to the left side of your mat. So taking a side body child's pose stretch. And place your right hand on top of your left hand to get a deeper stretch on the right side of your body. Slowly come back to center in child's pose. And now on the inhale, take your hands to the right side of your mat. Left hand can be placed on top of the right hand for a deep stretch on the left side of your body. Really feel the stretch. Does it feel good? Come back to center, child's pose. And slowly roll up. Come into all fours, tabletop position. Tuck your toes, bend your knees, and shift your weight back into our very first downward dog position. And let's take some movement since this is our first down dog. Walk it out, bending one leg, straightening the other, shaking and nodding your head up and down, side to side. Really loosening up all knots and tension in your body, warming up and bringing some energy. You can wag the tail like a dog, wagging the tail side to side. And let's get into a revolve downward dog twist. So place your right hand on the outside of your left calf or left ankle, looking up towards your left armpit. Feeling a twist. Coming back into a regular down dog. And let's take our left hand, other side now, on the outside of the right ankle or right calf, looking up towards your right armpit. And slowly untwist, regular downward dog. Hold for a breath, bend your knees, look to the front of your mat, hop into Uttanasana, standing forward fold. And let's go ahead and sway our body side to side, maybe grabbing opposite elbows into ragdoll. Let's see if we can straighten our legs and grab as far down as you can. Maybe you can place your hands under your feet, stretching out your legs, the back of your legs even more. Try to bring your head as close to your knees as you can. Good. And let's go ahead and bend our knees before we slowly roll all the way up into mountain pose. So we're standing nice and tall like a mountain. And let's open up, sun salutation, breathe in, exhale, hands to heart. Open up, breathe in again. Exhale, hands to heart. One more, breathe in. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, halfway fold, open up. Exhale, step back into plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. And let's step our right leg forward into our warrior two position. So your right toes will face towards the front of your mat. Left toes will face in front of you. Bend your right knee. Look forward over your right hand. Good, and then shift forward. We'll come into our extended side angle. And you can go into your full side angle if you want to place the fingertips all the way down. Looking up towards your left hand with the right knee bent. Good, beautiful. And then extend your right knee straight. So both legs are straight now. Still in this pose, and we're in triangle. Looking up towards that left hand. Slowly unwind and come back into warrior two. So we're looking up towards that right hand. And let's go ahead and shift that left leg to the front of our mat. And we'll come into tree pose, taking the left sole of our foot to the inner right thigh. Stand nice and tall. You can raise your arms up and grow your tree, growing those branches. Always room for improvement for us to grow in life so that we can succeed. You can put your hands to prayer. Slowly take your left foot down. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, halfway fold. Exhale, step back into plank. Chaturanga, all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Open up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe it out. Take a moment. You can let it out. Letting the breath go. And on the next inhale, go ahead and step your left leg forward. We're coming into warrior two, other side. Left toes facing the front of your mat. Right toes facing in front of you. Sink low into your warrior two, looking over your left hand. And then shift our body forward, coming into extended side angle. So you're looking up towards your right arm. You can place your left fingertips all the way on the ground if you like. And then extend your left leg into triangle so both legs are straight now. Really opening up. Maybe taking a bind behind your back in your triangle pose. Slowly come back into warrior two. Look over that left arm. Let's go ahead and pivot forward. Bring your right knee up to your chest. And let's come into our tree pose, other side. Bringing the right sole of your foot into your inner left thigh. Stand nice and tall. Shoulders down. Raise the arms up. Grow your tree nice and long. Look up towards those hands. Your hands can come down to heart, to prayer position. Slowly release your foot. And inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway fold. Exhale, step back into plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath. And on the next inhale, bend your knees. Jump to your front of the mat in seated position. And let's come into boat pose. Bending the knees 90 degrees. Placing the arms in front of you. If you like, you can come and extend the legs into full boat pose. Hug the knees in. Roll all the way down onto your back. Maybe rocking the spine side to side, forward and back, getting a massage on your back. And now let's come into our inversion pose. We're coming to our full bridge, also known as wheel. And a variation, especially for the moms out there, if you're not able to do full wheel like the kids, then you can bring your feet as close to your glutes as possible. Yes. And then you'll slowly pick your hips up. Your arms are on the side of your body. Lift your hips up. Don't let your hips come spread apart. Make sure they're hip distance. And if you can, if you like, come all the way into full wheel. Open up both posts. You get the same exact benefits. Both heart openers. Because our heart is above our head. Maybe coming on your tippy toes. Holding this pose. Really stretching the back. Slowly come down. Release. And we'll come into our very last pose. The most important, Shavasana. Taking your legs wider than your mat and your arms wider than the mat for deeper relaxation. And there's no yoga without Shavasana. This is really where we can come to a place and not worry, putting all thoughts aside. Great job, everyone, for today's practice. Just take a few moments to yourself to really surrender and let your mind and body go. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana longer, feel free to do so. However, if you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers and wake up the body. Wiggle the toes. And let's roll onto our right side in fetal position. Take your time. And take a breath in fetal position before we sit up. Slowly come into a seated position as we did in the beginning of our practice. Seated in easy pose. Let's take a few breaths. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, hands down. One more, but really open up. Inhale, slowly open up. Really open up to the universe. Exhale, hands down to heart. Sending love to everyone out there. Thank you so much for joining today's practice. I hope you enjoyed, and if you could really subscribe to my channel, Yena Yoga, that would mean the world to me. Thank you. Namaste.